Sure. Um, I'm João Vitor. I'm from Brazil, and at the moment, I'm a student at Vila Velha University. I will be a biologist in 2 years, and I
Mhm.
started to learn English because I need to improve my English skills to do the TOEFL.
I'm sorry, Zhao, but I'm not hearing you very clearly. I'm going to turn my video camera off.
Okay,
Can you repeat again for me? I'm sorry about that. Could you repeat again for me?
of course. So, as I said, I'm João Vitor. I'm from Brazil, and at the
Mm-hmm.
moment, I'm studying at Vila Velha University. So I will be a biologist in 2 years, and I
Mm-hmm.
started to learn English because I need to develop to improve my English skills to do the
Mm-hmm.
TOEFL, the test.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, yeah. All right. Okay. And so you said you're studying to become a biologist. So why a biologist?
Um, I really don't know. I think I just like this, and oh, I just like this, or that is the this, right? I just like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ah,
Um,
okay, okay.
I I really don't know. I just have a good feeling about it. That like I like to be a biologist and work with plants, animals. It's just makes me a little more happy. um,
Mm.
so if it's make me happy, or I will try. I will go to that direction. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand, or
Um,
this feeling?
yes, I do. I understand.
Oh,
Yeah, I understand exactly what you you mean. Very nice. Very good.
okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's very good meeting you, Joe. This is your first class on EF?
Uh, this is my first private teacher class,
Private
but
class.
yes, yes, but
Oh, private class. Okay.
yes, but I already I was using EF 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm using EF.
So you have been using EF for 2 weeks, but only for group sessions.
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay, I see. I see. All right, well, welcome to your first private class.
Ooh,
It's very good meeting you.
same.
Yeah, and just, yes, and just to give you an idea, under the video where we can type, where you typed to me hi, of course, you know this is the chat box.
Mm-hmm.
So any information, whether it is Portuguese or maybe it's Portuguese and you don't know the translation or you don't know what word to use in English, you can always type the information here to me so that I can assist you, or you can use it as another means of communicating.
Okay.
All right, so that's what the chat box is for.
So
On the extreme, mhm,
sorry. So I can type
sure.
in Portuguese. Do you? Uh,
I'll just use a translate. No, I don't speak Portuguese.
oh, I get
But
very
yeah, but
confused.
I know. Yeah, I know you have some. Maybe you know the word in Portuguese that you want to use, but you can't remember. But if you remember if you know the Portuguese word, you can just type it there, and I'll try to figure out what is it you're trying to say and help you with
Ah,
your sentence.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if all teachers are like that. Every teacher has their own way of
Mm-hmm.
helping the students. So this is just my method.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Uh, and on the extreme right of the page,
Mm-hmm.
this is the lesson notes. So everything that we're talking about in class, every notes that is necessary for the class, I will be writing it in the notepad on the right side of the screen. Do you understand?
Yes, I get it. The right. Uh, there's gonna be the notes. You will type
Okay.
important things there.
Okay. All right. And finally, on the main screen, you can see on the center that this is going to be the lesson for today, with this being our main topic. And then with our main topic, we have 3 topics today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in some of your classes, your private classes, you may have um, 4 topics. Sometimes, like today, you have 3 topics, and sometimes you may only have 2 topics.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can start from number 1 and move on to number 2, then move on to number 3, and if there's a 4th lesson, you can move on to lesson 4. However, if you know how to describe appearance, you don't have to do that. You can just ignore 1 and ask your teachers to go on to 2 or go on to number 3. Do you understand?
I understand. Um, but there is not enough time to do them all, like the one, two, and three, or it's gonna
It
take.
depends.
Hmm.
It depends. It depends on your ability. You have students that will be able to go through this, or you have some students that can only make it past the first one main task. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on your ability to respond and your ability to get the topic or get the information correct. So don't worry about going through all of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not able to go over it, don't worry. You can request to do this topic again and complete it, or you can feel free to move on to something else. Don't worry about that at all.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Um.
Now, there's one thing left for me to tell you. It's called My Time, and this is really a free conversation you can have with your teachers. So if you come to class, you don't want to do topic 1, topic 2, or topic 3, you can request to do My Time, where you can have an open conversation with your
Mm-hmm.
teachers.
Okay.
All right? Do you understand?
I understand. Um. Okay.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so now that you know how to use this platform, let's go on to our topic, which is describing people. And we're going to be looking at 3 topics: describing appearance, describing free time activities, and evaluating employees. Now, which of the 3 topics would you like us to start with, Zhao?
Um. I think this describing free time activities.
Okay, so let's go to title 2. Now, what do you understand from this topic, describing free time activities?
It's like when I don't have a test, like I'm not at the college or cleaning my house and doing things like that. Things that like go to the movies, hike, and um, watch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like hang out with friends, things like that.
Exactly. All right. Okay, so let's look at your first question. Now, the question today, in all your classes, private classes, you're going to get this first question. We call it the warm-up question or the first task. Now, for your first task, it's Friday afternoon in the office.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do most? For you, after school on a Friday, what do you want to do the most?
Oh, I just wanna go home because oh, I'm very tired.
Exactly, exactly. Very good. So go home. Anything else you'd want to do? On a
Hmm.
good day, when it wasn't very, when you don't have a, it wasn't a very busy week, it was a very light week. What would you want to do the most after school on Friday?
Uh, I can watch a movie with my girlfriend. It's nice. I
Yeah,
Yeah, have a good time together.
exactly. Exactly. So go to the movies with my girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So these are some things. Can you give me another?
Mm, uh, Let me think. Um,
Sure.
I don't know. I really need to do more things, but I'm in a routine. I study and go back home. I need to change that, and I don't do very different things I'm with my girlfriend or I'm at home and play some video games. I really need to to change
That's
that.
okay. That's okay. This is how you feel. There's nothing you can do, right? But I understand. I understand. Okay, so for you, what you want to do most after school on a Friday is to just go home and relax or to go to the movies with your girlfriend. All right, good. Now, this is the part of the conversation. This is a role play because remember,
Uh-huh.
we are doing online classes and it's all about you practicing to speak the English language. So this part of the lesson is a role play, and in this role play, you're going to tell your colleague about who you usually spend time with on the weekend and what you do together. So I will be your colleague and we are talking about the weekend, and you're going to tell me about who you spend time with on the weekend and what you do together. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
All right. Okay. So since this is your first time, I will start the conversation and
Hmm.
see how well you're able to do. All right. So, Joe. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness it's finally the weekend. So, yeah. What do you usually do on the weekends?
um, on the weekdays, I usually go out with my girlfriend because during the weekdays I don't have much time and I can't find her. So, eh, so in the weekdays I really miss her.
Yeah, yeah. I understand. I know what you mean. I am married and during the week, sometimes I don't even know where my husband is because I'm just so busy and tired. So I
It's
understand.
terrible.
On
It's
on the
terrible.
weekend, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So what do you usually do with your girlfriend on the weekend?
Uh, uh, we we lunch together. Like I'm go to hers, uh, her mother's home. I don't know, is it's correct?
Oh.
And
Mm-hmm.
her mother cooks very well. Like she's a really good
Mm,
cooker. And
nice.
we play with her dog. It's
Hmm.
called Mariola. It's
Oh wow, it's a cute name.
yeah, it's a Brazilian candy.
Mm,
Uh,
cool.
mm, um, I don't know how to describe, but we stay together, we eat, we just stay fine, quiet and together. It's good for me. It's
Yeah, just spend.
relax me.
Yeah, yeah,
Just do
yeah.
nothing.
I understand. It's just
Just be.
yeah. Yeah, I
because
understand totally. I do that sometimes. Yeah.
uh, because on the weekdays it's so busy there. There's there are such so much things like task
Mhm.
people's it's very uh, it's not tired, it's very, I don't know how to say, it's
Mhm. Just hectic, just busy, just doing a lot of things. Yeah. I totally get it. I understand
okay.
what you mean. But yeah. Do you ever go like, I mean, you're in your where you are in your hometown, do you ever get to go sightseeing, maybe to the beach or something to do with nature or play some games, basketball or football?
Yeah, years ago I was in the gym, like I was very fit. Every day I go to the gym, and
Mm.
uh, I go. I I always I al- I I uh, uh, go in the past. I don't I forget how to say the go in the past.
Went.
Oh, thank you.
Went.
I went to the beach too every day. Like I like
Mm.
to see the sea, but my girlfriend hates the sand and the sea.
Oh
She
yeah.
no,
Oh.
she thinks it's beautiful, but it's very polluted. Like it's dirty.
Oh, I see. Ah, oh, I see. I understand. I understand. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy your weekend. See you on Monday.
Ah, okay. I forget it's a role play. See you.
That's it. That's okay. I'm happy that you didn't know because you just kept the conversation and you were answering my questions very well. So very
Thank
good.
you.
Very good practice, Joe.
Oh,
Yes.
it's good to know.
All
I need
right.
to get better at English.
No problem. Definitely. That's what I'm here for. And now that you've said that, there are some few corrections that I have for you while you
Okay.
were speaking. Don't worry, it's not a lot, only a few, only a few.
Uh huh.
Um, I was telling you that I spend a lot of time so busy in the weekend and I don't get to see my husband. And yeah, you said, yeah, sometimes I can't find her, referring to your girlfriend. But can't find her, I know what you're saying, but that's not the correct expression. You can say you don't get to see her or you're not able to see her during the week. Yeah?
Mm, okay. I don't get to see her.
Yeah, so I don't get to see her or I'm not able to see her on um not on but during the week. Yeah, so I'm not able to see her during the week. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the way you can say. But when you say can find her, it sounds as if she's lost. You don't know where she is. You have to call the police to find her because she's lost. Yeah.
I get it. I get
But
it.
if you say you Yeah, so if you say you're not able to see her, it means that it sounds as if that, she's busy, you are busy, and you don't get to spend time together. All
Mm,
right.
okay.
Do you understand?
I understand. I never going to lose my girlfriend again. I no need to call the police.
Ah, that's a good one. That's really funny. Okay, yes, that's good. All right. Now the other correction I have for you, you said that I don't remember what you said, but I just fixed the sentence for you when you're saying that sometimes you would go to your girlfriend's mother's house.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I created a sentence for you. You can say, I sometimes visit her mother's house. Yeah, so that's what you can say. Sometimes I sometimes visit her mother's house
Okay, I think I
or
said
my girlfriend's mother's house.
I sometime visit her mother's house, and the S
Or
was
something like that. I don't remember.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so that's the correction. And you described her as a really good cooker.
Uh-huh.
I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to change cook into an adjective, but that's okay. You you can just say cook.
Oh,
So she's a really good cook. Yeah.
but cooker isn't the one who
No.
cooks?
No, you can use cooker, but not in this context. Not in this context, because cooker is a noun, which is just it's a like a slow cooker or like a pressure cooker. That's the way it is used. It's not used to be. We don't call a person a cooker.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you
okay.
understand?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because the cooker is a noun. So if you want to say that somebody is a really good, you describe them as a really good cook, because that's how we would say it in native English. All right?
Okay. Or can I say um, she makes a good food?
She makes delicious food. Yes.
Delicious, delicious. I need to improve my adjectives. I
Adjectives?
yes, yes. And I say very, I say really, cold, good, but I need to improve this.
You need to get the bigger words. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
like delicious food.
Because if you say she make, yeah. So this is another way you can say this. Uh, so yeah, so remember, not cooker, because if you're talking about a cooker, you're talking about an actual pot that cooks the food. But yeah, so you're talking about an equipment. But if you say cook, she's a really good cook, you're describing this person as somebody who cooks well.
I get
Yeah?
it. Hmm.
All right. Okay, so that's that. Let's move on now. The next correction is you say that sometimes you don't do anything, it relax me. But we don't say relax the verb with a pronoun that follows. We'll just say it's relaxing. Whatever you do, it's relaxing. I like to go to the beach. It's relaxing. I like going to sleep because it's relaxing. We don't say relax me, but we'll use a continuous tense to say it's relaxing.
Hmm.
Yeah?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, I get it, but I don't know why. Like I now I know the right way, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
understand uh, why I can't use the pronoun after the
Because that's
verb.
not how we speak.
Oh,
There's no rule. There's no yeah. That's just not the English language. We don't say relax me.
it's a good reason. It's
Yeah.
a good reason.
So, yeah. All right. So that's why I'm making the corrections. Let me tell you, you have sometimes students will make statements or they will say, for example, the first one, you said, and I can't find her. There was nothing grammatically incorrect about this
Mm.
sentence. It's just
Mm-hmm.
that it means something different. So
Okay.
that's why I'm going through to explain to you why I had to change it. Now it's
Uh-huh.
the same thing with Relax Me. This is just not English. So
Ah.
that's why I have to change it. Yeah.
No,
I think for this one, you're maybe translating from Portuguese to English, but it's not the same.
uh-huh. Yes,
Yeah? So
yes.
sometimes you may have this problem. Yeah?
Because it's really hard to think in English. It's hard. It's not my
Yeah,
native language,
definitely.
so but I'm trying. And
Hmm. That's okay. You can rely on Portuguese for now, but just to remember when your teachers give you these corrections
mm-hmm.
to practice them so you don't have you don't keep making the same mistakes all the time.
No, of
So,
course, of course.
so if you're describing, yeah, so and this is how you slowly stop relying on the English, on the Portuguese, because realize, okay, I know this is what I want to say, but it would not come out that way in English, but this is the way it's supposed to be in English. So you stop relying on the language after a while and just start speaking English. So don't worry, it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry at all.
Okay.
All right. Now, the other two corrections I have for you, you said peoples. Now, I know this is a Portuguese thing. I don't know if it's something in your language why you always say peoples, but people in English is an already plural word. When you're talking
Mm,
about people, you're talking about more than one individual. So it's already a plural word. The only time you can say peoples, it is when you're describing different groups of people. For
mm-hmm.
example, you can say, what country has different types of people? For example, for Mexico, you can say the different peoples of Mexico. When you say that, you're talking about the Mayans, the Incas, the person who came from Europe. So you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about different groups of people with different backgrounds and ethnicities. If you're talking about all of them together, you say peoples. But if you're just regular talking about a group of people that does something together, it's just people.
Okay, okay, I
Just
get it.
people. All right. And I want you to practice the pronunciation of the word under people. Can you see it?
People, people.
Okay. No, there's a word under people. Can
Oh,
you can you practice
okay.
the pronunciation? Can you pronounce it for
uh,
me?
call it, call it.
Okay, so this is another issue I know that you have as a Portuguese speaker. Now, we don't emphasize the ed sounds at the ends of our words, only a few. In most cases, the e is silent or it's a very short e. So it's not called, but called. Called. Short e or no e at all with the d sound. So it's called,
Called,
not
called,
called. There you
called.
go.
She was called. It's hard. She was
Yeah, I know.
called. Called, called.
Yes. No, you went back to called.
Colleague, colleague. She was
No, no, no,
called.
no, not called. Called. So it's just call with a D. Called.
Called, called. It's like cold.
Yes.
Called, called.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. It is like cold, except it's a sound. So yes. So instead of called, it's called with a D. All
Called,
right.
called.
And
Okay, okay.
yeah, and I want you to practice because a lot of words in English with the ed sound, the e is not pronounced. So you just say either the d, and sometimes it has a t sound, and sometimes it has a ID sound, but when you get there, your
Oh.
teachers will show you the difference.
Okay, okay.
There is no rule. Yeah, there's no rule as to which words you will find with a T sound or um, T sound or ID sound or ED sound. It's just when you get to the word and if you say the incorrect word over time with
Mm-hmm.
listening to your teachers and practicing, you'll remember them, but there's no rule to teach you which to say how. So I'm sorry about that.
Aye. But it's a good tip. Like now I know that I need to emphasize the D. Call
Right.
D at least.
Yeah, because yeah, in most cases, the E is not pronounced. E overall at the end of English words are not pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, sometimes I know for you in Portuguese, if this was Portuguese, you'd have said sometime with the E at the end. But we don't pronounce the E at the end of our words. It's just silent a lot of the times. Yeah,
Yes.
so like. You either say like it. No, we don't say
Like
like it. It's just like.
love it.
Yeah. So or e yeah, exactly. So we don't emphasize or ease at the end of the word. So a lot of the times if it's there with a D, the same rule applies. It's not emphasized as much. All right?
Okay, okay. I will I don't know how to say like
Practice.
practice more times it.
Yes. All right, and the final correction for you, you said I was in the gym. There's nothing wrong grammatically with this sentence, but the way you used it, it sounded a little weird with the rest of the sentence. So instead of going, because you explained to me twice that when back in the day you was in the gym a lot and you also said that you used to go to the gym a lot. So instead of saying both those things together, you can just say I used to go to the gym often.
Often.
Yeah? So I used to go to the gym often. So in my head, I'm saying, okay, so back then you were always going to the gym. Yeah? So when with that sentence, I know exactly
Mm-hmm.
what you're talking about.
Often is
Yeah?
like
You understand?
yeah. Uh, often is like
Regular, over and over again.
frequently. Okay, okay.
Exactly.
It's
See,
big.
another adjective.
Ah, thank you. It's because I don't know how to use many verbs or like I just I'm trying to learn the simple past and it's
Hmm.
uh did you know like when I was introducing myself I said I'm João Vitor, I'm from Brazil, I'm a student. It's not
Hmm.
natural. It's I don't sound like a native speakers. I think I repeat more the verb to be. I am. It's
Hmm.
weird.
Yes, it's weird for real. You are correct. It's weird, but I won't correct you right now because I know you're practicing and um,
Hmm.
you are actually correct. You when you say I am or when you're using to be or when you're using them, their sentences are grammatically correct, but it's just not native like for us to keep using it. But for now, it's okay. Don't
Oh, okay,
worry.
okay.
The more you practice, yeah, the more you practice, it's the more you'll find ways of expressing yourself because the English language is very expressive. There are 1,000 ways to describe a situation because of
Oh,
the different words and how. So don't worry, it will come. Don't worry yourself at all.
someday I will
All
get there.
right. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's all my corrections for you. Everything else, you understood the conversation, you were able to follow along, and of course participated so well that you didn't even remember that we're doing a role play. So very good.
I forgot.
Very good practice. Yeah, that's okay. All right, now let's move on to the practice. Now, when you get to the practice, this is where you will learn some sentences or more expressions that you could have used in our conversation before. All right, now for this practice, I want you to match the questions. This is a dialogue, so you're going to match the questions to the most appropriate response. All right, so read it through and then tell me what should go where.
Okay. Uh,
You can read it aloud to practice your
oh,
pronunciations.
okay. So number one, what do you usually do on the weekend? Weekend. On the weekend. So I think it's
Mm-hmm.
B. I like to spend time with my friends because it's you and I. So someone is asking and the other is uh, answering. I don't know if it's correct, but I know it's
Answering,
answer.
yes, but you
Answering.
okay, yes, that's it. But you don't have to explain why though.
Ah, oh, sorry, sorry.
Don't worry, you don't, yeah.
So number
That's
two.
okay.
So number two. And what do you guys do together? I think it's C and three. C. C. Well, we like to go to the movies or go out for dinner. How about you? Um, three. Oh, I usually spend more time with my family. I like to stay home and relax. Do you spend a lot of time with your family? D. Not so much because they live far from home. Here, far from here.
Here.
And 4 and A. But I will read. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a nice weekend. Thank you. You too.
All right, there you go. Very good. So these are sentences that, you could have used or I could have used in our conversation. I said to you, what do you usually do on the weekend? You could say, well, I spend time with my girlfriend. I like to spend time with my girlfriend. And what do you guys do together? Well, we like to go out to the movies or go to her mother's house for dinner, and she's a really good cook. How about you? Right? So so you can use these sentences as a guide so that you can, if you need to, or in a conversation like this, you can use these example sentences to help you create the conversation. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yes, yes, I understand.
All right. All right, so I'm going to write down a few for you, example sentences in your notepad. Just two of them are just an example of what you can say or sentences you can use in this situation. Let me
I
just,
usually spend time with my friends. I
instead of
like to stay
saying,
in home and relax. Mm-hmm.
mhm, just examples. You can change them to whatever you want them to be. All right, so yes, very good practice. Now, this is the end of task. Which of the tasks did you do? This is the end of task 2. And yeah, and the final thing left for you now is when you get to the last part of the lesson, it is asking you, do you want to try the conversation again where you talk to your coworkers about what you like to do on the weekend, or because it's optional, you can choose to again, or you don't have to, you can just move on to the
Oh,
next topic.
I think we can
You
move on.
understand?
Yes, yes, I get it. I think we can move on to the next topic because
Okay. Unfortunately,
say
go ahead.
because
No, I'm saying
oh. So say I will be
go
quiet.
ahead. No, 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 go ahead.
Wait.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Because I think it's gonna be repetitive. Like I'm going to say the same things about my life.
Hmm. Yeah. That's okay because with repetition you get to practice these sentences
Oh.
and you won't forget them if you're, yeah, but it's up to you. It's up to
Mm-hmm.
you if you feel comfortable If you feel comfortable with the new language you got in class, that's perfectly okay. It's up to you to practice again.
Uh-huh.
If the teacher feels that you, if the teachers feel that you did not get it at all, then they will insist on you trying again. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really your decision. If you don't want to learn, then we'll just move on.
No, okay. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
we will, you, sorry. You was saying something, and I interrupt
Right.
you.
I was telling you that that's okay. It happens all the time with online. Sometimes there's a delay in the voice. That's
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
understand. But what I was saying is I am unfortunately we are not able to go on to the next topic because our time has ended.
Really?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Nah. So I think
Yes.
there's no other way.
That's okay.
There's no other way. Let's try again the conversation. Can we, or
Okay.
there's no time?
Sure, we can take a minute or two. That's okay. We can take a minute or two. I have another class, but I can take a minute or two to go through the
Okay.
conversation with you again. All right. So remember, I'm your colleague, and I am asking you about how you spend or what you like to do on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to start?
Uh, okay.
Let's change it. Hmm.
Uh, so I'm so excited for this weekend because I going to do new things.
Oh, that's interesting. What's that? What are you planning to do?
I will hang out with my girlfriend to a new pub near the Stau Center. Oh,
Oh, I heard about that. I heard about that's a new place that is advertising. That's so cool. I heard it's really difficult to get into, and I heard it's a really a lot of fun as well. So good for you. So what do you usually do on the weekend outside of hanging out with your girlfriend? What else do you guys do?
so I usually um stay together with her, and it's very
Hmm.
relaxing. And sometimes
Ah, nice.
I go to I go to uh her uh sorry, her mother's home, and she's a very
Mm,
good
okay.
cook.
Ah, that's good. Lucky you. My mother-in-law is very terrible at cooking.
Oh.
She's very bad. So you're so lucky. But but that's good. That's good. Well, I hope you enjoy your weekend, Joe, and I guess I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, see you.
All right. That was good. That was good. You were into the conversation. You started off really well, saying, so I plan on doing something different this weekend and da 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 da. That was good. That was really
Ah.
good. And I see that you made a lot of corrections. A lot of corrections.
Yes, I was trying
Very,
to
very good.
correct the all things that I missed the first time
Yeah.
that I
And you
did
did
wrong.
well. It was smooth. Yeah, it was smooth. It was the correct grammar, the correct adjective, everything, the correct verb, the conjugation of the verb was good.
Oh,
So great. The
stop with
only
that.
yeah. You made only one mistake where you say you stay together. Um, Again, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just that we don't use it in this form. If you're talking about your girlfriend that you stay, together with your girlfriend, we say stay with. So I stay with my girlfriend and we visit her mother. Yeah. So we use stay with, not stay together in this situation.
Okay, stay with.
So I stay with my girlfriend or I spend time with my girlfriend or um there's another one that I'm not remembering. I stay with my girlfriend on the weekend. I hang out, and you can use expressions like hang out, chill out, or I relax with my girlfriend and on the weekend and visit her mother's house. So you can use those as well. Stay with, hang out. You can say I hang out at my girlfriend's mother's house. So you can do that too. Hang
Mm-hmm.
out, chill out. Chill. You can say you can chill out at my girlfriend's mother's house, or if you want to be bold and say mother-in-law's house. Either way, it's up to you. All right. So these are the corrections, excellent
Mm-hmm.
corrections, and excellent use of the target language today.
Oh,
In
thank you.
your notepad, or yes, in your lesson notes, I will provide you with just a little bit more grammar or language you can use in this situation, and you can
Mm-hmm.
always copy and paste this information in your own study notes or your Word document, whatever, however
I will, I
you want
will.
to practice.
Mm-hmm.
So keep practicing. You are doing well. These mistakes that you're making are very, very simple mistakes. They're not mistakes with words, they're just mistakes about word choices, right? The choice of words that are not very native. So as long as you're able to learn the correct word choices to use in a situation, you
Mm-hmm.
are unstoppable. So great practice. Great practice. Yeah. Until next time, Zhao. Take care. Enjoy your week. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. It's a pleasure. Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
That's it. Pleasure. You're
Pleasure.
welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.